fight the righteous philosophy with the worldly philosophy. So that's where they're coming from.
Yeah, you know what it's for? Because one time or another, the majority of our people, they knew that Esau was a profane man. Going back 2,000 years ago, that's when you had the Sadducees and the Pharisees.
Yeah.
They were the keepers of the people. They were the ones that were dominating the majority of Israel at the time. So also as well, when you check about the Pharisees, they were people of the Old Testament and the laws. So they already knew the deal. They already knew who was the devil and who wasn't the devil. But the thing with the Sadducees, the Pharisees, is they still wanted to connect with the Roman Empire. So to speak, you know what I mean?
They went down to Egypt for help.
Right.
Like the Bible says, man.
So Jake, I don't cut you, brother. So Jake always do that. But it's just that now Jake told us the knowledge and understanding of the so-called white man being a devil. They've lost that understanding. Or should I say Esau? That's his real name. His real name is Esau. But they forgot all that about him.
Yeah, that's right. You know, there's a saying: if you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
That's it. Because our people, because we're such a powerless estate, and it hurts, man. It hurts. That's why a lot of our people, they don't really want to talk about black issues, so-called black issues. Yeah. So you can understand. They don't want to talk about it because it hurts, man.
Especially
it hurts to see that all your women are getting gang banged and porn in the street.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, what the fuck? Like the black man, he's all up incarcerated in the prison system.
Yeah.
He's constantly being criminalized. It's like the world is against him.
That's it.
So his mentality, the world literally is against him. You know, so the way we constantly being exploited is almost like black lives don't matter. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
Because in slavery, we were being killed so often. It was normal to see black our own people being killed every day. It was normal. So much to the point we became desensitized to it.
And Salakia, today's the same. Today's the same thing. Black on black crime, isn't it? They're desensitized to it, man.
It's normal to when you see someone getting shot down or killed or being lynched or whatever, it was just like that's the norm.
That's the norm.
That's the norm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like seeing as all these things is happening to us, what no point trying to fight against it because you're not gonna win. So you might as well just join the world and try to become like an abstract. I'm no longer a so-called black person. I'm just a human. I'm just human. Okay, I'm just a child of the earth. I'm just trying to get along. I'm not trying to get involved with this so-called black issue or Israelite thing. Yeah. I'm not trying to get involved with that. Why? Because there's too much pain.
That's it.
Too much inside, man. The fact that you can't do nothing about it. There's no power.
That's just the thing, because that's in the curses in Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah.
It says, no might shall be found in our hand.
No might should be, you'll be slain by your enemies, man.
Right, you'll be slain by your enemies.
You'll be slain by enemies. So you haven't, basically, Jake, you ain't got no choice but to do this, man. Because everything else has not worked. Christianity, Islam, politics, this, that, and the other.
And it was really the Lord too. It was really all the Lord doing this, man.
Yeah. But his correction is good.
That don't mean that Esau,
scripture, man.
I don't cut the brother.
Yeah,
that don't mean that Esau's gonna get up scot-free though.
No. We got that one. It's Ezekiel 25.
He likes football. He's gonna be the football.
That's it. That's it.
We're gonna fold him up into a ball. We're gonna twist his arm over his head, make him into a ball, and start doing kick-ups with him.
Yeah, and that's righteousness because the Bible says meditate terror. So that's what we're doing. We're thinking of when we get them, what we're gonna do. Especially the white woman, man. She's gonna be in a dungeon with no lights on, man. in my castle anyway, in my palace.
Can you read this?
14. No, go on, read that first.
It's gone into why our people we just lost hope because of the fact that, like I said, we've been so-called persecuted for so long. A lot of our people, they just lost hope and joined the other side. They've identified with the oppressor now. And with other nations, Islam and whatnot, and trying to be like, I'm just a human, I don't see color. I don't see color anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're all people. At the end of the day, Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 20, the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. Alright, so the scripture says that the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. because we're continuously, the years go by and our condition is getting worse and worse, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're decreasing, we're not increasing, you know? And we're not saved. The harvest is done, the summer is ended, and we're still in slavery, man. We're still,
That's it.
we're still,
The elect is still a snake, man.
But
You know?
the word gospel means good news, man.
right.
The good news is that we're gonna seek vengeance through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Got any more now?
Yeah. For the hurt of the daughter of my people, I hurt.
Yep.
Because it hurts to see the hurt of your own people. I am black. Alright, meaning dark skin.
Yep.
Astonishment have taken hold on me. Is there no balm in Gilead? You know, this brother gives me some balm sometimes to take care of my skin condition. Balm is like, it moisturizes the skin.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you know, it helps you to recover.
Ointment, isn't it? They call it.
Ointment. Yeah, ointment.
Right. Is there no balm in Gilead? I think Gilead was in like Benjamin. Right. Is that the tribe of Benjamin?
Well, they used to be, yeah.
Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people recovered?
There you go, man. But Salakia, we're recovering now. Because the Lord has given us truth. And once the Lord comes back and he gives that spiritual power, we're gonna have vengeance on our enemies, man. But James 2:13. Got that one? Yeah. No, it's
Ezekiel
25 and verse 14. Actually, you know what? Something 12.
I know Taz was thinking, not there again.
It's like, go on, something verse 12.
That's how you turn your head, isn't it? It's like Ezekiel 25 and 12, and it says, "That's if Yahweh power, because the Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance."
And they did create vengeance because we were ruling Europe, and I did a video on it the other day. We were ruling Europe and we had wars with them and they won, man. Alright? So because they won, they put us on boats, sent us to the colonies as slaves from Europe. Alright, there's a book, what's it called? The Negro Question Part 4 by Lee Cummins. It's only about £8. You should buy it, man. Alright, continue.
It says, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
That's right. And they took it too far, man. Continue.
Therefore, that said Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it.
That's right.
And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
That's right. See?
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
There you go, by the hand of my people Israel, man. Alright? So, going through martial law, World War III, all these are prophecies. Alright? If we do that and we keep our integrity, like Job did, boy, this spiritual power will be ours, man. We're going to do things that you won't believe. You know, the Lord said they're going to do great things in He. Okay? So that is vengeance in the Bible, man. The Lord is with it. James 2:13, got that one?
James 2 verse 13.
Right.
For he shall have judgment without mercy. They have showed no mercy.
He's not shown us no mercy whatsoever, man. This white man has been a real wicked bastard, man. And that's why even Malcolm X said it about Martin Luther King, telling us to get along with the most cruelest, wickedest slave master on the earth, man. That's why that nigga died, man. That bullet in his head. See?
And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
That's it. Judgment is coming, man. That's what Pastor said in the video. That's the mindset. Judgment is gonna come, man. Alright? That's what's coming, man. And listen, man, I'm telling you, the things we're gonna do to them, we're gonna be very creative in taking them down. I get 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6.
They already know they're gonna call me, man. That was Daddy and Caleb.
It's a Revelation 2 and 25, and it says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come."
And that is the truth. Hold it fast, man. You know, like when you're with a woman and you like her, you know, and you're really into her, you walk down the street, you might hold her hand. Me, I don't really do that, man. I'm being honest. When I was younger, I used to do it, but man, remember that time in Brixton? We had that Ghanaian woman, and the white guy was with him. With her?
Yeah.
What was he? What was he doing?
Yeah, he was holding
her fast, man.
Yeah.
So you gotta hold this truth fast, all right? Whatever's happening, Alright.
When that men in the back.
Yeah, no, we was telling her that you're not supposed to be with that devil.
Yeah, you're not
and
supposed
he was
to be
holding on tight, you know?
Yeah.
Because we tried to draw away, you understand?
Yeah.
But he was holding tight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Don't that Esau got some fetish.
Yeah, continue.
It's women anyway, man. Women is just spoiled.
Can't.
They only stick the like power in it, so they see the white man's in power, so
That's it.
and plus they're holding on to Jesus, the white Jesus, so they're holding on to God.
Verse 26, and it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end,
Yep.
to him will I give power over the nations.
There you go, power over the nation. So if the kingdom of heaven, we're all gonna hold hands and go, la di da da, da, Jesus, Jesus. Why does it say that? Read that bit again. Power over the nations, man. And there's 18 nations in the world. We're the top one, all right? And all these other nations, they're just peons, man. That's what hurts about this captivity. The fact that the other nations think we're niggas. You know? Any more on that?
It says, verse 27, it says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron,
There you go.
as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my father.
There you go, man. So that rod of iron, what we're going to use it for? Back scratcher? I got a little itch there. Can you just use it? No. We'll break you in half, man. If you don't do what we say, all right, get Luke 19:27, man. And the countenance that we're going to have, because what did Ezekiel say? I lend my vengeance upon Edom by the hands of my people Israel. Right. So the Lord's going to control us. We're not going to, because if it was left to us, when they say, oh please, no more beatings. Yeah, because we're compassionate to other races. You niggas are not compassionate to your own people, but because you're compassionate to other races, the Lord said, nah, I'm going to control them, man. Yeah.
Like Noah, it was the Lord that shut the door. It was up to Noah. They heard them crying like, nah, okay, let me just a few of them inside, you know?
Yeah. See?
But even Noah couldn't open that door, man.
Yeah, the Lord is going to do it.
And you know what, Q, and that's why the Lord got us down here going through suffering in this truth.
Yeah.
That cold stone spirit in us.
Can't.
I mean, I'm already there already. Like, I'm just to the point where I don't give a shit about Jake. I don't give a shit about nobody out here. That's just my spirit.
Selfishness is the name of the game, right?
You know what I mean?
You don't care about you.
It's not even about being selfish, but it's about caring about those that are around the ministry.
Yeah.
If it ain't about this ministry,
Yeah.
I don't give two shits about it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's all because at the end of the day, when the Lord comes down here, okay, the Howard Shot, so-called black man, who is he gonna save? Is he gonna save everybody? Or is he gonna save the elect? He's gonna save the elect.
That's it, man.
So that only means that the Lord himself is only caring about the elect for the moment. So why should I care about everybody else?
Yeah, we're totally in unison with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right? So we only care about the elect.
That's it.
And there's a 1/3 of our people that are going to be saved. The rest of them, 66%, they can get lost, man.
Now, I want to say this too. Now, if you went into this street and this street gravitates to you, and you become a part of the building, then boom, you know, hey, welcome.
That's it.
But if you can't get it, then man, you can just walk down the street.
That's it, man. We can't have a riffraff in the camps, man. Wishy-washy, lukewarm, so-called brothers. They have to be put. And listen, some of you niggas are in GMS. Even in the wilderness, you're gonna die, man. The Lord's gonna purge out the rebels. Alright? We're gonna do that, man. So don't think you've got off scot-free if the chariot comes. Once you're in the wilderness, the Lord will say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you, man.
That's just the whole thing. This is when I don't mean to cut the brother, because the brothers do it now, you know?
Yeah,
But the point of the matter is that we're gonna have a nuclear war too.
That's it.
Okay, and the brothers gonna go into that, man.
Are we?
We're coming into a nuclear war. And you better believe it that millions of people on this earth are gonna die.
Yeah.
They're gonna get burned to smithereens and they're gonna die. What's the problem? What's the problem?
Oh, I see. Right.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so which one you holding there?
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say.
Sorry, that's what 1 to 6, yeah.
2 Thessalonians 1:6.
Right?
Seeing it is a righteous thing.
Like the brother said earlier, like we went into World War III earlier. We got an article about that jet going down. That there's a reward for going through that, man. You know, there's a reward, and this is one of the rewards.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
There you go. So it's a righteous thing, what we're saying and doing. But if you're not in that circle, all right, in this truth, great millstone, you ain't gonna accept it, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna bug out and say, oh, Jesus is love. In life, there gotta be balance, man. All right, you say Jesus is love. First of all, we hate that name Jesus, man. It's a title, but this is what he said. Got that? Luke 19:27. And this is all when he comes back, all right?
It says, Luke 19 and 27, it says, but those mine enemies, Matthew 24, which would not that I should reign over them, bring thither and slay before them.
Those my enemies, man, that don't want me to reign over them, Luke 19:27, bring hither and slay them before me, man. Which brother just read earlier, we're gonna have war with a rod of iron. We're gonna slay people with that rod of iron, man. Lord willing, we're gonna have swords and they'll be glowing. You know? Unlike the so-called white man like Donald Trump, they got demonic spirits in them, man. That's why they're doing all kinds of wickedness. Gay marriage and all this kind of madness. But the Lord is gonna correct everything the right way again, you know? What's that one, upside down? I think Isaiah 26 and 10, right? Okay, Revelations 9 and 12. Is it 9 and 12?
So you want Matthew's what?
Oh, 24 and 30. So okay, let me do this first. Because I know there's scriptures and revelations on World War III. Okay? That's the problem with our people. They don't like to hear from their own people.
Matthew 24 what?
13.
13.
Yep.
Matthew 24 verse 13.
Yep.
And he that shall endure unto the end,
That's it.
the same shall be saved.
And it says endure, right? Like my Hebrew name is Shekau, which means endure. The Lord gave me that name, man. The brother in San Francisco, he's got the same name, innit? Can't believe they're there, yeah. Read it again.
But he that shall endure unto the end.
Remember, we've said about what? Martial law, World War III, etc. Your family are going to betray you. They're already doing it. All right? Once you get through all of these things, read that one.
The same shall be saved.
There you go. You get through all of that, you will be saved, man. Not dunking yourself in some dirty water and saying, I'm baptized, brother. I'm saved. And I had a baptism when I was a Christian. And when I got baptized on a Sunday, and I rang my mate on the same night, you want to go to the walkabout tomorrow? It was a club. And even my friend's a nigger, but he said, you just got baptized. But you want to go clubbing? See? And back then I thought I'm trying to do God's work and all that.
But you know, though,
You know?
if you were doing that, brother, how many more Christians were doing that?
Yeah, exactly, man. There's no truth in that Christian church, man. None whatsoever. I ain't gonna edify you, no whatsoever. They should be out on the streets like us. They're not out on the streets like us, okay? Now there is one in Revelations, I think it's Revelations 9 and 12. One woe is past, I think.
I think you're referring to
Yeah, Revelation
9 and 12, innit? And get
11. It's 11 and 14 you're referring to.
11, alright, get Revelations 11, 14. Because as I said, we went into it before, just recap, that there's gonna be, I mean, World War II, over 200 million died, man. And those are people that died, but what about the people that were injured? Eyes blown out, legs blown out,
Half a head.
half a head,
Yeah.
shell shock.
Yeah.
Remember that, the pictures?
Yeah, yeah.
White men like this.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Shell shock.
You're gonna be shell shocked in the kingdom too, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I say camp is like therapy. Alright? It's beautiful to hear these good news. You got that one? 9 and 12, yeah.
Revelation 11 verse 14.
Alright?
The second woe is past.
Alright?
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
There you go. So World War I, II, those are past. But the third woe cometh quickly. And remember, the Lord, time is different to him. 1,000 years here is like one day to the Lord, isn't it? One day, man. You know? So it is coming quickly, and that's why them Israelis, they've already retaliated already, man. Already. This happened yesterday, but then they've retaliated already. You know? So things are hotting up. This is not the time to be lukewarm. It's not a time to start falling out. Alright? Yeah, go on.
Because that's kind of deep, you know. Because it said 1,000 years on earth
Yeah.
one day in the heavens.
Yeah, man.
Now, what did the scriptures, what did David say? As it is done in heaven, the same way it shall be on earth. So, one day on earth is going to be like 1,000 years. That's just one day. So imagine we can have the heathens and
That's
slaves
what I
before
said, man.
actual
Yeah,
1,000 years.
boy.
So one of those days is going to be like 1,000 years.
It seems like we're in captivity for long.
So basically times 1,000 times 1,000. Times that 1,000 times 1,000.
I mean,
And then you're gonna get the amount of time we're actually gonna have them in slavery.
I mean, we really don't know how it's gonna be, but we just know it's gonna be a long time.
Yeah, man.
A long time.
Gonna be slow, man.
The whole earth is gonna be reformed, man. But by the time we let loose the heathens, the whole earth is gonna be reformed.
That's right,
You're not gonna see none of this out here, man.
Yeah.
None of this. None of these buildings, none of these. And look around, you see all these shops, all these, the pavement in concrete and all this glass you see out here.
Like, everything has got a white man's standard bearer. Look at the concrete, man. Why? Because he lived in the Caucasus Mountains, man. And just like then, we conquered them, we're going to conquer them again. But it's not going to be no comebacks. You know, like in football, you have a team that's 3-0 up, they have a great comeback, everyone's cheering. Nah, no comebacks, man. Yeah, come on.
It's at 1 Peter 3:13, and it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
A new heaven and new earth, man. That's what we're going to get. And the Lord is not going to forget about the scattered. Yeah, Isaiah 10 and 11. But there's many of our people that are scattered around the world. James 1:1. You get that one? There are many of our people that the Lord is going to deliver, man. In those, a lot of them don't even know that they're Israelites. You go to a black Iraqi and say, you know what? You're a Jew, brother. He's gonna look at you like you're mad, man. Yeah, he's going, you're crazy, man. You know? I'm Arab. Not like Muhammad.
Yeah, because there's one guy who was at the bank camp in Oxford. And one of the brothers is Muslim with a beard growing on, whatever. And one of the brothers was saying to him, I think you're an Israelite. Nah, man, I'm Muslim. No, you're an Israelite. No, I'm Muslim. Like it's a religion, man. It's a nationality.
Yeah. There's difference between a religion and a nationality.
I don't cut you, brother. So do you have a question?
I'm just intrigued.
Did you know that you're going into slavery?
I get that. Revelations, yeah.
You're gonna be, you might like being a slave. You might enjoy being a slave by black men.
We're not black men. That's
Revelation 13 and 9, and it
not black
says,
men. We're Israelites.
Yeah, we're Israelites. Alright, listen to this before you go, anyway.
if any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right?
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Now, if a race of people put one nation into slavery, what should be the judgment for that nation that done that?
Doesn't sound right to me.
Alright? But what should their judgment? So say I come to your house,
Yeah.
alright, I break in the door, I beat the crap out of you,
Yeah.
I rape your daughter, that after all that finishes, should something happen to me or should I get away scot-free? Galatians 6:7.
Should I play semantics?
Yeah. She knows her people done it. Yeah.
If there's no police, then they can't be a
Let the
judge.
let the young lady answer. So I killed your family, what should happen? Justice, right?
Yes, justice.
To let that happen to them. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Well, at least you're not in charge, God is in
We're told
charge.
we've got to forgive our enemies 7
Yeah.
times 7.
Yeah, but our enemies is another Israelite. Because you read the English Bible, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but when you go into Mark 12 and 29, when it says love your neighbor as thyself,
Yeah.
the word neighbor is pleison in Greek, which means another Israelite. So, yeah, another brother. So when it says love your enemies, it's not talking about other nations. Now finish that one, Revelation 13 and 9.
It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, go on.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Now that word saints, do you remember that song when the saints go marching in?
Yes.
All right. Who are the saints, do you know?
The saints. Never thought about it.
Psalms 148 and 14. The saints are the Israelites.
Oh, right.
So that's your judge. Where are you from anyway? Where's your father from?
Here.
From here?
Here.
Okay, fair enough. Your dad is English as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me say this. You believe in the Bible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the Bible tells you that Israelites are scattered everywhere
Yes.
around the world. So some Israelites are going to look like you.
Yes.
Get Jeremiah 12 and 9. I'll show you. See if it's entertaining.
Where is your father from?
My father,
Yeah.
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah, and the Sierra Leoneans are from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
See the sign there?
Yeah. Right.
Judah?
Right.
It's the African Americans.
Oh, right.
But we had to flee Israel in 70 AD.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I know.
She knows, man.
You know what it's for?
Yeah, no, 12 and 9.
What did you say? It's that basically, do you know Britain, because he was going into this article, right?
Yeah.
And do you know how Britain became great? I'm gonna let her answer that.
How did you become great?
No, Britain. You know how Britain really became great? I'll explain. If you don't know, I'll explain. The reason why Britain became great because what they did was this. Because of slavery, you know, the so-called Negroes and all of that, what they did was this. Economically, because you have to understand, during the time of the, I believe it's the 15th century, it could be, of that time, right? But when the Israelites got to the Americas, well, because prior to the 1700s, 1600s, the economy was basically, to nothing really. It's no good. So they took people from West Africa, brought them into slavery, just so they could revive their economy. And the same thing was done in Britain too.
It was also the Industrial Revolution,
Right.
and we worked out steam engines. And
Well, that was later on. That was
later on.
yeah.
Late 17,
I'm a
800.
history teacher.
You're a history teacher. Oh.
Watch it.
Hey, you should come here. We'll teach you some history. But if you
yeah.
are one of our people,
Yeah.
you could be,
Yeah.
all right? Then you have a chance of salvation.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you don't,
Yeah.
the nuclear missiles are waiting to burn you up.
She's from exhibition.
I've asked her.
By the way,
From here.
So, but what group are you? What?
We're the 12 tribes of Israel.
Which
Yeah.
which one? Which tribe are you?
I'm Judah.
Judah.
I know I'm Judah or Benjamin.
Yeah.
I believe.
Levi. Benjamin
Benjamin, Banyamin.
and Judah there. There you go. So
That the West African, that's pretty much,
Yeah,
you had the house in Israel,
Yeah, I've been to Ghana. I used to have it, but not to Sierra Leone.
and then you have the house of Judah.
Yeah.
Judah is like the so-called blacks.
Yeah.
There's the northern kingdom,
Yeah.
the house of Israel, that's like the Latinos, the Hispanics, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, the indigenous people of North, Central, and South.
yeah.
But yeah, we're the real Jews. It was never. Yeah, we're
real thing.
us.
Real thing.
We're the ones that are scattered. We're the ones who suffered the greatest among all other nations.
Yeah.
And ultimately, and that's why the earth right now is in a state of war, because the real Jews are not in power, ruling in righteousness.
So would you govern righteously?
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happen. But there's signs of the end. You know, we had is it supermoon? Yeah. We had a supermoon. Get Acts 2 and 20 quickly, because the Bible gives us signs of when He comes back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got to watch as well as pray.
Really? How soon will that be?
Oh well, it's very soon. We'll show you.
Ask her how she feels about. How do you feel about homosexuals and stuff like that?
Like the brother said.
Well, I guess some people are born like that.
No. No one's born. The Bible tells you in Romans, 25 and 1 is it? God gave them unto vile affection.
Oh,
Yeah, the Lord gave them to that
1:25.
wickedness, man.
Can I read this?
Alright, go on.
Psalms 148 verse 14.
Yep,
He also exalteth the horn of his people,
that's right.
the praise of all his saints,
Oh, and
even
listen.
of the children of Israel.
There you go. The saints are the Israelites.
A people near unto him, praise ye the Lord.
This is a good documentary as well. It's called The Re-Emerging Jews in Nigeria by a Jewish man.
I'm my dad's financial.
Yeah, I got some family, Yoruba, you know. Yeah. Well, Igbo and Yoruba, they're Israelites.
Yeah.
But the houses
Yeah.
in Nigeria, and the British gave them the power when they left
Yeah.
colonialism, they're Africans.
The Hamets.
So they play.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's it. So
you know you're an Edomite. Like so-called Europeans
Yeah,
or
yeah.
white so-called people.
Yeah.
They're ancient nationality. You are the
Edomites.
the children of Edom.
Yeah. And she says she's a history teacher, right? Alright, let me ask you a bunch of knowledge. Get John 8:44 quickly. Alright, just one question, I'll let you go.
Yeah, yeah.
According to history,
Yeah.
did World War II, did the Nazis have black soldiers? Okay. You wouldn't have thought so. You don't taught that. Okay, well, who's this then? Who's that? That black guy in a Nazi uniform. Who's this?
And Indian and all kind of.
And the Nazis never segregated people on race. But Britain did. America did.
No, because Hitler wanted this wonderful white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired race.
That's a lie. It's a lie. We never, because I've done research. There's a good documentary on YouTube. It's called Adolf Hitler, the greatest story never told. And by the way, he said that the neggers, the word negger in German is Negro, are the real Jews. You know? So we're coming to the end. Read that one.
John 8 and
44.
John 8 and 44.
Yep.
Year of your father, the devil.
Yeah, the word devil. Do you know what the word devil means? Sorry, if you don't know, it's fine. We're here to teach. It means, it's from a Latin word diablos, which means deceiver. So read it, but instead of the devil, put deceiver.
You're of your father, the deceiver,
Continue.
and the lust of your father ye will do.
Yep.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
That's why you don't know about the real history, man. That's why you think probably that Jesus is a white man, because what did they do? They whitewashed.
Oh yeah, no, I accept that.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
That's why.
He wasn't white.
That's why they don't teach when you go to school and they teach history. They'll teach about they might teach about the Romans, the Greeks, and they'll skip past that 1,000-year period and go straight to the First World War, Second World. They won't teach that there's like a big. They call it the Dark Ages. Dark Ages, and they just say that's a period. They never really went into it.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me. They never went into it.
I may say one thing because see within the history,
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
you have certain
Bye bye, Mrs. Edomite. Have a nice day. Okay.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay, Mrs. Edomite.
she's what you call high class.
Yeah.
What you got is most of the historians, Edomites, they already got the dark art of the Israelites stacked up somewhere in a museum.
Yes.
In a museum somewhere. Right? And you better believe that they have pictures of the Lord, the Shine, as a so-called black man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what they do is they teach you in school, in these public school systems, that basically that bullshit, history that they normally teach you about how the first civilization started with the Greeks, all of that stuff. They teach you that bullshit, but they got the real history concerning what really went down.
That's right.
Okay? And you know what too? You know what further proves what I'm saying as well? Because on BBC, I want to get back to you, brother. On the BBC News Network, what you had was you had a guy by the name of Cheddar Man, and they found this skull in the depths of England, right? And they found the DNA of the man as well, right? I'm just using that term DNA. I know that's all bullshit, but they found the skull of the man that was all the people that inhabited this land. And do you know what happened? You know what it proved? You know what BBC proved without realizing it? That Japheth inhabited the land of Europe.
Yeah. Before the Greeks.
Huh?
Before the Greeks.
Before the Greeks. This is like 4,500 years ago. But they're saying that the skull was 10,000 years old, which I don't really believe in that. Because man on the earth wasn't on earth that long. Man was on earth between 5,000 and a half years.
Yeah. So 6,000 years.
Yeah, something like that. Maximum.
Yeah.
10,000 years.
Yeah, but this guy's a liar, man. He's a devil. He's a deceiver.
Right. So they know the history.
They know the history.
They're just bringing it out now.
This is Job 15.
Longer than 9 minutes.
It's Job 15 and 35, and it says, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit.
There you go, man. Their belly prepares deceit. So that's all they're full of, man, is wickedness. Like even that woman coming up, she's smiling. But you know the reason why? Because Jake is so low in the society. In her mind, she's going, you niggas are not running nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. But that I like that, man.
That's fine. That's all right.
I love that, man. Because when we get our hands on them, believe me, you're gonna be trembling, man.
I don't think she